Did you hear that, Dubé? 100 trillion times.
But she could not
Proof
eliminate
that it is a
transfer.
match.
She could not eliminate transfer. That's the
Okay,
problem.
hold on.
There is a match.
I think that we can eliminate transfer because Dave Mack joining us at the courthouse. Isn't it true that video catches Jose Ibarra throwing that jacket, not Diego, the brother, but Jose Ibarra throwing that jacket into, oh, there he is. That's the same shirt he was wearing 1 hour earlier, posting on
Nancy,
WhatsApp.
that
What? Go
video,
ahead.
okay, the video of him throwing the jacket into the dumpster, that is what they've used to say Diego is the killer, because they said that one of the friends that actually was interviewed by police said she thought it was Diego throwing the jacket in the dumpster. Now, she wasn't 100% sure, but a friend who knew them both much better said, no, that's Jose. So that's where the defense got their whole idea, was from the witness saying, I think it's Diego throwing the jacket away. That entire defense strategy came from that one comment from somebody who was not even sure.
Okay, so to believe that, Dave Mack, I mean, I was sitting in court when the state showed the photo of Jose Ibarra 1 hour before the murder, posting selfies wearing that exact shirt. I'd like to see it because it has very unusual markings. There he is. There he is in the shirt 1 hour later, throwing the jacket with a 100 trillion likelihood DNA match. So I don't know what Dubé is talking about transfer. And listen about the fingernail clippings.
The DNA match between the wet-dry swabbings from the fingernail clippings from the right hand, and the match was to Jose Antonio Ibarra.
Still, Ashley Hinkle on the stand from our friends at the National Desk, and there's more on the fingernail DNA match.
The match is 10 billion times more probable than a coincidental match to an unrelated person in the population.
Okay, Philip Dubé, 10 billion likelihood, 100 trillion likelihood. There's no chance of a transfer because you just saw Jose Ibarra throwing that jacket into the trash minutes after Lakin is killed. So when's the transfer?
There's a difference between consciousness of guilt and throwing that away and consciousness of fear. He obviously realized that there was some type of serological evidence on the jacket and dumped it out of fear of being accused. So he dumped it. I mean, that's how I would have attacked it. It doesn't necessarily mean just because biological evidence is on your clothing that you're the culprit. We've seen this in history. We saw it a few months ago out of a Detroit murder where a well-known Jewish community advocate was murdered by knife in front of her home. The defendant was caught on video outside of her home. He testified. He was acquitted. He said he touched her as an afterthought to try to rifle through her belongings, see what was happening. The jury believed him. In this case, the judge would not have believed him.
Speaking of fantastical arguments, the defense also argued that Jose Ibarra